All right, we got something. We got a trailhead up here on top of the mesa.
You don't want that cowbell.
All right. Ring the cowbell. Do it.
Yeah.
All right, I'm in the car again doing this intro because the wind is howling, but we're at the JEM trails. We got Dead Ringer.
Cold.
It's so cold and it's so windy, but we're gonna get our second ride in here in Hurricane St. George. We did Gooseberry in the morning and we are smoked. So to try to get another good ride in, we got about 2 hours till sunset. JEM trails, up Dead Ringer, down the JEM trail, and maybe back up. Should be a quick and fun ride. We'll give you an idea what you can look out for if you're in this area, and so you can get out there and find that flow.
So after we finished our ride at Gooseberry Mesa, we went down to Over the Edge Bike Shop in Hurricane and asked for a recommendation. And this area is called Hurricane Cliffs, and you can see it's actually right below Gooseberry Mesa, sort of on your way back into town, but then just north of town. Recommended as a pretty chill, hot lap. Lots of the locals will ride after work, try to get something in. Didn't really know what to expect, and taking a trail called Dead Ringer up to a lower mesa, and I think that was what was most surprising and cool about this ride. You still got a little bit of mesa riding before you started the descent back down on the JEM trail. Lots of connector options around the area as well, so you've got options to link from a 5-mile loop all the way up to 20 plus miles. We were looking for something a lot easier and something that would be less critical in the high 30-mile-an-hour wind gusts that were forecasted, and as you have heard, we were experiencing on the ride. So we're on our way up the Dead Ringer trail. I think the quick thing to comment here is the Dead Ringer trail itself also looks pretty darn cool as a downhill trail as well as a climb trail, and then lots of ways to loop through other trails like Goosebumps and the other areas that they give you to connect to. So as we traversed on the way up, we even got a little bit of exposure, which was cool, and then an upper mesa trail called Cowbell that we didn't have time to do before we went down JEM. And then once we got off of the upper lower mesa area, we got into the flats and kept pushing through. We finished the ride, but honestly would have thought it would have been even more fun to stop halfway down and push back up one of the climb trails to do some of the other descents off the top of the mesa, which kind of makes sense now, but we were new. We needed to get a slightly easier ride in, and this one definitely fit the bill.
After Gooseberry. The topography and whatever, geography, I don't know, all the geographies. So pretty. So different from Virginia, North Carolina, Maryland, East Coast riding than I normally do. Definitely windy as heck, but so far so good. I'm actually running a little warm. A little bit of a mild exposure on Dead Ringer, traversing the mesa or underneath the mesa. That's cool. Didn't know what to expect. I'm working it up. There's JEM going around. This is rad. Look at this. That's sick. Yeah, we're just, maybe we do get on top of the mesa. I don't know. This will be an interesting revelation. Yeah. Exposure to your right, but everything's so mellow and smooth that it's not fear-inducing exposure. So cool. Oh, so cool. We're going up to the mesa. It looks like. Or something like that. Oh no. Punchy climb. Whew. I thought we were done with these. All right, we got something. We got a trailhead up here on top of the mesa.
You don't want that cowbell.
All right. Ring the cowbell. Do it. All right. JEM trails. There might be a little punch up here before. Right up above, I'm not sure if you can see it, is the outer point of where we just were this morning on Gooseberry. We didn't ride our bikes to that point. Yeah, I think you have to walk or something, but we're right underneath Gooseberry. But this is so flowy, so flat. Sorry, not flat, but not rocky. This is gonna start ripping downhill in just a second. Hey, we're gonna let it eat for a couple of miles, I think. That's what we signed up for. Wind is definitely picking up. You can feel it on the bike a little. That was weird. All right, here we go.
All right.
I think.
I think so.
I hope.
So you can really hear how hard the wind is howling even through the wind muffler on the GoPro, which you can normally never hear wind noise on my videos. So yeah, it was howling. Up on the mesa, there was nothing to knock the wind down. It was pretty flat on upper JEM, just kind of pedaling and pushing through. Here in a few seconds, we're going to cross a fire road, and that's going to transition down to when it starts to drop off the mesa. That's when you know it's going to get good, and you got to lock in for some really fun and flow. It's an awesome transition. The topography of the trail starts to change, or maybe it's just the angle of the topography as we start to point downhill and start to have quite a bit of fun.
All right. Wide open. Here we go. There we go. Woo! Oh, shoot. Yeah. Nice. Oh. Oh, look at that. Didn't have this on the old, Yeah. Sick. So sick. Yeah, that was sick. Stay on JEM, yep. Woo! Woo-hoo-hoo. Yeah, buddy. Woo! Sick. Oh, baby. Wind gusts. Yeah.
So as we pretty obviously transition down off the cliffs and cross over the Dead Ringer Trail, it flattens back out. It is net downhill, but the rest of the JEM Trail was wide open in the flats, and while it looked downhill on the map, it really was basically just pedally, flat and flowy. It was fun, it was beautiful, and we got a handful of extra miles on the JEM Trail until we got all the way down to a lower parking lot, hung a hard right, and then took the Dead Ringer Trail from its very bottom all the way back up to that same intersection, and then took it back out to the car. So again, more of a fun and flowy with a little bit of upper Mesa riding flow trail that gave us a chance to get some extra miles in. Again, the winds were absolutely howling, but for our second ride of the day here in the greater St. George, greater Zion area, it was a great add-on, good recommendation by Over the Edge Bike Shop. Appreciate that. We're glad we were able to get another one in. Probably the shortest ride, fastest ride of the 3 days here in the area. Certainly an easy hot lap, not the destination trail you would move or come or travel to go ride, but heck, tacking on something extra that was this much fun, definitely worth it, and a lot of fun to get in when we had the chance to do so. So I hope you enjoyed this video. This is number 2 of 6, so tune in next week where things get a whole lot more rowdy as we tackle the infamous Grafton Mesa and the Grafton Downhill Trail terminating at that Grafton Road Gap. You'll have to see whether or not I hit it, but if you know how I ride, you're gonna probably have a good feeling that maybe we did or did not. So tune in next week, and in the meantime, find that flow.